From your official UK station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Game Day.
Welcome to BBN Game Day. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Christy Thomas. It's been a big news week for Big Blue Nation, and we're getting into all of it. Stoops contract extension, thank you. An upcoming bowl game, Kentucky's basketball, their evolving rotation as the non-conference schedule begins to come to an end, and really a whole lot more.
Yeah, but the elephant in the room, no football or basketball game today for the Wildcats, so it's a relatively quiet weekend in Lexington, but it's not the case for college football in general, and what happens around the country could affect the Cats. Here's how, here's why. Here's a quick look at all the championship games being played today. The two that really matter for the Cats are obviously the SEC championship game and maybe even more so the Big Ten as far as determining the Cats' bowl game opponent. And everyone has their eye on the American. If Houston can upset Cincinnati, it will bring chaos upon the selection committee.
No way that happens, right? I don't know. Well, coming into today, here's how the bowl game projections look. We think it's pretty safe to ignore the guy sending us to the Gator Bowl. The consensus last week was the Outback Bowl, but after destroying Louisville, people are starting to now think Citrus. That doesn't hurt that BBN traveled really, really well a few years ago to think that the Citrus Bowl certainly would be excited to have BBN back.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that Kentucky football isn't sitting around twiddling its thumbs. It's been a huge recruiting weekend. Remember, National Signing Day less than 2 weeks away on Wednesday, December 15th. So the entire staff has been jet-setting its way into the living rooms of the country's top prospects, making sure the Cats are in a good place with these kids before signing day rolls around.
And this might help with that. We now know that Mark Stoops is staying at Kentucky. He's agreed in principle to an extension with the Wildcats. Stoops' new contract will run through June 2028, and it guarantees further extensions for winning seasons. 7 wins means 1 more year. 10 wins means 2 more years.
That's clever. I like that a lot. All right, Stoops released a statement following the big announcement saying, quote, "I'm excited to continue to build this program to national prominence. We're on our way, and I'm more confident in Kentucky football than I've ever been," end quote. He went on to say that he came to an agreement with AD Mitch Barnhart a week or 2 ago and shook on it last Saturday. Barnhart and UK President Dr. Eli Capelouto also released statements of support this week.
What's amazing is as the news broke, the UK and Stoops both confirmed it really before the contract was even signed. So Stoops talked with Tom Leach about why that was important to him earlier this week on the Mark Stoops radio show.
Most people probably wouldn't release it, but the fact that Dr. Capelouto, Mitch Barnhart, and myself have been together for 9 years, I think when we say something, we mean it, and therefore we were able to, publicize it just because there was so much going on in speculation, and I want to recruit. I've been hitting the ground. I told you, I said that Saturday after the game that I was ready to get to work on Sunday, and that's all I've been doing, and that's all my concentration has ever been, is making this program better. But also want to make sure we have the ability to do that, and we have the resources to do that, and to get better in certain areas. And once like I said, Dr. Capelouto, Mitch, and I, if we say we're going to do something, then we do it. And again, most people probably wouldn't be that confident in putting a statement out until they get the document signed, but I believe in the people that I work with in the leadership.
So I think it's interesting here when you look at this. I really never saw a good place for Stoops to land other than here. And I think maybe that's because we know him so well now, but it just felt like this is home for him.
Well, I said this earlier in the week, but you may remember Coach Stoops maybe a year or 2 ago. He said, the grass isn't always greener on the other side when some of these jobs came open and everything. I thought that was interesting that, maybe he loves it here and it's not, necessarily, it's going to take someplace really special for it to take him away.
Just keep watering the grass where you are. It gets green here, right? Yeah, where you water. All right. Well, more coaching news is that co-defensive coordinator John Sumrall is going to be the new head coach at Troy University. Sumrall was the assistant head coach at Troy underneath Neil Brown before coming to Kentucky, and Coach and his wife Jenny are Alabama natives. We couldn't be happier for Coach. Hate to lose him, hate to see him go. Always good to see, hard to see those good ones leave, but really this is a great opportunity, and I have no doubt, Keith, this guy's going to be successful.
Yeah, I'm excited for him, but I am going to miss him. He was fun to talk to. All right, on to basketball now, and it feels like it's been a million years since we've watched a Kentucky game. Well, it's been since Monday, and the Cats don't play again until Southern comes to town on Tuesday night, which brings us to this. These are all of the games remaining in 2021. December is a slow month for the Cats, relatively speaking. 6 total games, 3 of which will be at home. Plenty of time in between matchups for the team to rest, and near the end of the month, once classes are over for the semester, Camp Cal will begin, which is typically a period of the year where we see a lot of growth, Christy.
Well, and isn't that strange to see that? I mean, really, I think that's an odd-looking calendar because you think you should see some more games, but I do think it's a good opportunity. After the 85-57 blowout win over Central Michigan, we heard from some of the players. It sure sounds like they're ready to pick up the pace again. They'll have the chance to do that this month, especially now that we know Ohio State was capable of not only beating #1 Duke, but coming back from a 15-point deficit to do it. But in the meantime, Coach John Calipari does see learning opportunities for his team.
You start building confidence and togetherness, and you make them pass the ball to each other. You make them make the easiest play. You talk to them about you're playing against us, ourselves, and our best. How good can we play? Forget about the opponent. How good can we play? And there were stretches today we were really good. There were other stretches that we held the ball.
We'll have one more on the basketball team in a few minutes, including input from Jack Goose Givens. But first, how about some football again?
Yeah, let's get back to it. Jeff Picoro is here to give us some superlatives and to talk all things Mark Stoops extension, Louisville Smackdown, bowl games. That's going to happen in just a moment. Stay right there. You're watching BBN Tonight.
Watch the UK Healthcare John Calipari Show every Monday evening, hosted by the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach. Fans can call in and submit questions on Facebook and Twitter. It airs 6 p.m. across UK Sports Network affiliates and streams live on the Kentucky Basketball Facebook page.
This is BBN Game Day, sponsored by Central Bank, CHI St. Joseph Health, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Papa John's, and Toyota.
Since opening our doors 75 years ago, Central Bank has made big changes, like the region's first Saturday hours, online ATMs, and even the area's very first vault. But one thing will never change is the community-minded mission of our founder. Garvis D. Kincaid believed that what's good for the bank should also be good for its community. True back in 1946 and equally true today. So, come see how we've grown. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
St. Joseph Health has expanded its affiliation with Cleveland Clinic Cancer Center. As a leader in cancer screenings, diagnosis, and treatment for more than 40 years, St. Joseph Health continues to bring world-renowned cancer care to our communities. We'll now be able to reach more Kentuckians with highly specialized care, expertise, and convenience for you and your family. Whether you are newly diagnosed, want a second opinion, or would like to schedule a cancer screening, give us a call at 844-940-HOPE.
There are moments in our lives that change everything, where hard work pays off with a burst of opportunity. That's why each year, Kentucky Farm Bureau and its county offices across the state help raise and give away hundreds of thousands of dollars in college scholarships. You see, Kentucky Farm Bureau does more than just insure homes and autos. We help ensure that more Kentuckians have a chance to achieve their dreams. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
You're watching BBN Game Day.
Welcome back into BBN Game Day.
Happy to be joined now by Jeff Picoro. First Saturday without a game in a while, so thanks for still spending it with us, Jeff.
Oh, you're welcome. Still a lot to watch on TV today.
Indeed, yes.
All right, we have to start with the big story, Mark Stoops' contract extension. What was your initial reaction to that, and what do you think it means for the future of this program?
Well, I was very happy because I know what he wanted within that contract, and that means that Vince Morrow and the other assistants are going to get bumps in their pay.
Yes.
That was huge because after losing a great recruiter in Summerall, you had to keep Vince Morrow, and Vince is going to be here, as is that young man right there, for a long time. So that keeps that pipeline going right now.
Yeah, just such a good group that works together so well. They got such a good thing going. Like, don't blow it. Like, don't ruin it and go someplace else. They got a good thing going. All right, superlative time. Today, we're going to talk about most improved on offense, Jeff.
Okay.
Who wins this one for you?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys who I think got better. Eli Cox became one of the best offensive linemen, but to me, the one guy that kind of jumped out because he's had so much trouble here in the past, Isaiah Cummings. the tight end, not the wide receiver. And I think that is why. You know, he had some growing pains of getting used to what it's like playing at this level. And early in his career, that's a ball right in his hands. You got to catch that. It ends up being an interception. I think the game started to slow down for him as he gets to this different spot. There's another one. You know, it could have been caught. It wasn't. But here's what he does well. Watch that. That is a great block. That's what we call a kick-out block. Smoke makes the touchdown. Plus, there you're going to see it again. Plus, his hands, he's just relaxed a lot. And I think that he's going to continue to grow. He's got great size. They're going to be able to put more weight on him, and I think he's going to get even better in the coming years. So that's my pick on the offensive side.
And we saw him catch some big plays.
He did, yeah. All right, now we got to go to defense. Who gets the nod from you there?
Well, again, a lot of guys improved a lot, but one guy kind of stood out because he was forced to play. When you lost McCall and you lost Oxendine, Justin Rogers was the guy that had to step up. And you remember, he was a 5-star, so everybody was thinking great things for him. But here he is early in his career, kind of getting pushed around. He's too high. His pad level is too high. See how he's kind of standing up there. Yeah. You've got to play, especially when you're that weight. You've got to get down low, almost in a basketball stance, because when you get high, they can just put you on a roller coaster. But he started to learn how to make moves and kind of compress the pocket from the inside. And I really thought that he became a force in the middle. There you go. Yeah. Making plays right there. So those are my two guys who really stepped up and have a very bright future in the next year or two for Kentucky.
Yeah, hopefully those two guys aren't really going anywhere anytime soon. But, Jeff, a few Cats have entered the transfer portal, including running backs Travis Tisdale and Torrance Davis and linebacker Jared Casey. Obviously, Kentucky will look to bring a few guys in. Do you have any concerns here?
No, not really. I think that, especially for Tisdale, he was a guy that I really liked. He showed a lot, but he's just buried on the depth chart. And there's talk of Chris Rodriguez coming back. So if Chris comes back, that's going to be another year where Travis just isn't going to get to play. Has great speed. He's got great vision. I think the kid can be a star, and I think that it's great for him. He could go to, another school, especially like a MAC school or something. He could immediately become a huge, huge player for them.
All right, we talked about championship weekend at the top of the show, but Jeff, we have to get your take. How do you see this weekend affecting the Cats postseason? And be honest, have you already booked a flight to Florida?
Well, yeah, it's just we don't know if it's Tampa or Orlando, so it's kind of in the middle. To me, the two big games, and I think you guys touched on this early in the show, Houston and Cincinnati. If Houston wins, that's going to get everything crazy. And then Iowa and Michigan. If Iowa beats Michigan, then you don't have any idea what's going on the other side. It would be kind of cool to go to the Citrus Bowl because that's Stoops' old school in Iowa. And so that makes some interesting stuff there. I obviously would rather go to Tampa only because my brother is a vet down there at Tampa Bay Downs, so get to go to the racetrack and probably play golf a day or two. But no, we're going to go to Florida. It's just where in Florida is Kentucky going to go?
I'm with you. I think that's a really interesting matchup, Kentucky and Iowa. That could be a really intriguing matchup. All right, so before I let you go, we cannot let you go without talking about Louisville and Kentucky and that blowout win, 52-21 for the Cats. I know the game meant a lot to you, and we were having some fun, you and I, off the show, watching you in the booth and some of your reactions. But what a great game this was.
It really was. I mean, they went in with a chip on their shoulder, and this just shows again how deep the SEC is. The odds makers made Louisville a favorite in this game, and the Louisville fans and some of the Louisville media really played that up about they're going to kick our butts and all that stuff. And it was glorious to see that. The best thing, it's a third quarter. There's not a red person in sight. No red shirts, no sweatshirts red. The band quit playing. You could hear Big Blue going on and on. It was awesome. It was a beat down, from the word go, and it just showed the dominance Kentucky had. Look at the line of scrimmage. They just absolutely obliterated Louisville in the front on both offensive and defensive lines. And it was a great game, and you saw how excited I was in some of those innings. And people made fun of the hat. Let me tell you something. When it's cold outside, if your head's warm, your body's warm.
Yeah, who cares?
There you go.
Right, yeah, we're not going for fashion.
That's
we're going for function, overall function. I got to tell you, that's been fun to watch you and Tom in the booth all season long as the UK Sports Network puts that out. It's good stuff.
Thanks.
Jeff, as always, thank you so much.
All right, guys.
More BBN Game Day still ahead. Coming back, we're talking about basketball right after this.
I need to try it first.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special. with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
I need to try it first.
You're watching BBN Game Day.
Hey man, what's Oscar doing?
He's cleaning the glass, bro. What are you talking about?
How often does he do that?
Like 15, 20 times a day.
I'm
finishing up.
I mean, Christy, can we keep him around for like
Forever.
7, 8, 9 more seasons? I don't know if that's possible, but I cannot get enough of Oscar.
I know. Just bottle him up. Bottle up his energy and his attitude. There's what's not to love. All right, so let's talk about Oscar. We've seen a few games so far where he's gotten into some foul trouble, and in general, the guy can't play as hard as he does for 40 whole minutes. Plus, Davion Mintz has missed the last 3 games due to illness. Keon Brooks, Damian Collins, Lance Ware, Jacob Toppin. Are you kidding? All these guys have been limited at one point or another so far, but as of today, that really hasn't affected the outcome of a game.
100%. That's what's scary about this team. We have a lot of depth, and you could put 5 in and 5 out and keep doing that, and there's going to be no fall off. We have a great group of guys. We have a talented group of guys that can play anytime, can play the whole game and just dominate. So it's going to be tough for some people because you're going to have to take a back seat, but that's what is about. That's what this team's about. In practice, we fight. We go at each other every day, and that's why we're becoming the team we are, because we're competing every day and we're making each other better.
Boy, I think that's very well said by Jacob Toppin.
Yeah.
The idea that many guys could be out and they could still keep just throwing them at you.
And he's kind of reacting to the fact that Coach Cal said, I'm just going to have to play whoever's playing the best at that time.
Right.
So that's why he's saying we got to work harder
Yes.
to get that playing time. All right, Ty Washington, he's averaging 15 points per game, shooting 47% from the floor, and yet his game is so smooth, so effortless. Sometimes he flies under the radar a little bit. We talked with Jack Goose Gibbons about the freshman earlier this week.
Tell you what, this young guy, the way he plays, the confidence he plays with, the togetherness, I'm talking about within himself, has been nothing short of just spectacular. He loves the game. You can tell that. He enjoys playing with these guys. It just seems like he is way beyond his years. No question about that.
Christy, I think the thing that, and I asked Coach Cal, I asked Ty about this. He just lets the game come to him. He doesn't, and Coach said, he doesn't go out there and go, oh, I need to get up this many shots, or I need to get these points now. And he just takes it when he's got it. He said he learned that from an early age from his parents.
Very mature.
Yeah.
He plays very mature. I agree with Goose, well beyond his years. Well, the women's basketball team picked a quality win earlier this week over West Virginia, and they're back in action this weekend. Hear from Coach Elsie next on BBN Game Day.
Tune in before every game for the Don Franklin Countdown to Tip-Off Show with Dave Baker and Jack Givens, featuring conversations with other former UK stars and Coach Cal. It airs 90 minutes prior to game time on the UK Sports Network radio affiliates or through the UK Athletics app.
I need to try it first.
What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Wow, this new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Okay, I'm gonna try it first.
Yes!
I need to try it first.
You're watching watching BBN Game Day.
Here's a look at this week for the Wildcats, brought to you by Toyota. Not a lot going on this week. Basketball is welcoming back Sean Woods and Southern for the Unity Series matchup on Tuesday. Wednesday, women's basketball is taking on DePaul at Memorial Coliseum. That's a Matthew Mitchell game. And Saturday, track and field is heading down I-64 for a meet with the Louisville Cardinals, and men's basketball traveling to South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish. That should be a good one.
Welcome back to BBN Game Day. No football or basketball games today, but that doesn't mean it isn't still game day.
That's exactly right. Men's swimming and diving is competing in the Toyota U.S. Open in Greensboro, North Carolina, all day Saturday. And the women's basketball program is set to take on Merrimack College on Sunday. The Cats are coming off a huge win over West Virginia on Wednesday. The SEC Big 12 Challenge, Kentucky shot 51% from the floor, 58% from the three-point line, and put up 83 points to the Mountaineers' 60. But Kyra Elsie, how about that rebounding?
Let's go, 43-28. I'm super proud. That's one of the things that we talked about, committing to finding a body and boxing out. And I thought our players did that, and 13 offensive rebounds for us.
Like she said, we honed in on rebounding a lot today, and I just knew that was something I wanted to focus on personally. And regardless if I got the rebound or not, just making sure that they didn't get the board, they didn't get no O board. So that was what I was honing in on myself for. So.
And that was a big win for them, considering, especially in the rebounding category, because West Virginia's bigger than they are. They had 10 blocks in this game, too. Their defense was really something. A complete game on both ends of the field.
I love that they set their mindset. They knew it had to be a physical game. They knew they had to block out, and that's what they went and did. And then, you know what? The offense came to them.
That's right. They just responded.
You didn't have to go for just offense, right?
Yeah, it was a big one.
Ellie Hurley is UK football's biggest cheerleader, and when she was diagnosed with cancer, Mark Stoops and the team became hers.
Ellie has shown us all what it means to be a Wildcat and how to keep fighting until the battle is won.
This is Ellie Hurley, the biggest cheerleader our football program has. And she's shown these guys exactly what it means to be tough, to be resilient, to never lose your spirit, even in the toughest times. Ellie is our #1 fan, and we're hers. She's shown us what strength really means. Kids like Ellie give a new meaning to till the battle is won. She is proof of the power of advanced medicine.
A special thank you to our cornerstone partners, Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics, and Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
We depend on the internet for so much these days, but not all Kentuckians have access to reliable broadband service. That's why Kentucky Farm Bureau joined the American Connection Project, and we now provide free Wi-Fi access from the parking lots of nearly 200 KFB locations across the state. You see, Kentucky Farm Bureau does more than just insure homes and autos. We help ensure that more Kentuckians stay connected. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Toyotathon is on. It's the most magical time of the year with great deals on Camry, RAV4, and the all-new Tundra. Where's the Tundra?
The elves borrowed it.
What?
Keep them coming!
With your choice of 15 all-wheel drive Toyotas, get a great deal on the legendary 4Runner or the #1 selling Tacoma with the best resale value. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Levis fakes it to Smoke. Levis pulls it down, is going to run. Across the 30, makes a man miss at the 25, hurdles
a defender at the 20, inside the 15-yard line.
Who is this guy?
Superman.
Who is this guy?
Leaping tall defenders in a single bound.
Look at Horsey out there. He's got his hands to his mouth like, did you just see that?
Insanity, absolute insanity, and it gets better, Keith, every single time you watch it and look at it, or for me it does anyway. It has to be our Coat Play of the Week.
With all due respect to Chris Rodriguez, that's the run of the year.
It's the
that's
run
incredible.
of the year.
Awesome. All right, thanks for joining us on BBN Game Day.
We'll see you soon. Again, next week, we'll know where the Cats are bowling. Until then, go Big Blue.
This is BBN Game Day, sponsored by Central Bank, CHI St. Joseph Health, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Papa John's, and Toyota.